British DJs, an American voiceover. It's the Harley and Josh Show.
Hello.
What's going on? Everybody happy?
I think everyone's happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now they are.
I'm talking on behalf of everybody.
Thank you. I'm glad because they need a spokesperson sometimes.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Well. How are you? You had a good weekend?
Yeah, mate. You know, it was definitely a weekend. It was a full
It
start
certainly
to
was.
the week.
It
Well, to be honest, yeah.
Started on a Friday, ended on a Sunday.
It really did.
Yeah.
The thing is, yeah, that's when my week starts, and I'm sure it's the same with you.
Exactly. Yes.
Right. So I want to ask you a question, Harley.
Okay.
What'd you do? What? What'd you do? What did you do? What did you do, boy?
You brought a banjo.
I brought a banjo. Why not, mate? I mean, you know, it's a banjo. It's got strings and it does things. So I want to play it. I'm going to play it. I'm going to ask you a question.
It's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
that caught me off guard.
What'd you do?
I mean, I saw the banjo, but
Did you though?
Well.
You never see a banjo coming. But you didn't answer my question though.
What did I do?
What'd you do?
Just give me a minute. Well, thank you. I did some gigs.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you play?
So I had a couple of weddings this weekend with the Mementos.
Ooh.
As I said last week, we had no keys player with us because Nick is off touring the world.
Wow.
When I say the world, a specific part of the world, because you can't be everywhere at once.
No, I mean that's omnipresence is just impossible.
Impossible and impractical.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you got to get gear and be omnipresent all the time. You know.
Where do you send them postcards to? And from?
Welcome from next to you.
So
I
hear
your thoughts.
we had a Depp piano keys player in called Alan Mann, who was just absolutely brilliant.
Nice. Local guy.
Yes, somewhere around the Stowmarket area, I believe.
Lovely.
Lovely guy, really easy to work with, and he did some really good backing vocals as well. It's kind of nice when you have a Depp player in and they can sort of fire in some lovely backing vocals and kind of really sort of. We had like 4-part harmonies going on at points, and it's great because sort of we.
Do you plan them? Did you actually rehearse them, or did you just go for
Some
it on
bits
the
we
fly?
rehearsed, some bits we didn't, because we only had the one rehearsal that we didn't. I don't think we had mics.
It's very
set
difficult
up.
doing harmonies on the fly, isn't it? Because you're just like, I think they're going to be in the 5th, so I'm going to go to the 3rd, and I hope somebody goes to the 6th or something, you know, and so it just goes.
I had the advantage of I had in-ear monitors,
Right, nice.
just feeding all the vocals in. So what we had with
With
Alan.
With what?
With Alan.
With Alan.
He was singing the vocals. He was singing a lot of
Steve.
the harmony parts that I would be doing.
Right, nice.
But then I could sit back a little bit, go, right, there's a 1, 3, 5 in there, let's do a 7.
Yeah, sweet.
Or do a lower third or stuff like that, just to make it really big. And we had some really sort of cool bits. We did a 3-part in Johnny Be Good, which was really cool.
Sweet.
Because I was doing the sort of the dominant
Nice.
7, and it was just like, it was like really cool because it sounded really sort of soulful and poppy.
Yeah.
And it made a very sort of classic sort of.
God, I haven't heard that song in a long time.
No, I play it lots and I never listen to it.
I have big positions.
Oh.
Positions. It's a fun word.
So that was my weekend. I
Was
also
it? That was the only gig?
oh well, I did 2. Did one on Saturday, one on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
I can't remember where they were. Oh, one was at Hincham Hall, very beautiful
very
place,
nice, very
really
pretty
nice.
place,
And the
yeah.
other one, I don't know if you've ever played at Smeetham Hall.
Smeagol Hall.
Smeetham.
Smeagol.
Yeah. Just left of Mordor.
Right, okay. Great wedding venue.
Yes.
Apart from the lava.
Yes. A little bit dangerous, but acoustics are brilliant.
Yeah, it's good. Mount Doom, great.
Oh, wonderful.
I did think that when I was watching Lord of the Rings. I was like, I want to record that cavern. Get a convolution reverb of Mount Doom would be great.
Yeah, so Smeetham Hall, much in the
Shmee.
in the real world, just past Sudbury, I believe.
Right.
And it was a really beautiful venue.
Is that the real world, though? That's funny. That's where I was on Saturday. I was in Long Melford.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much Sudbury. Just around here.
So whatever it is, yeah. I got very lost on the way home.
It was at Kentwell Hall, and again another beautiful place. But anyway, you were talking about your stuff.
We were chatting about it because Rob Clemson, the drummer from the Mementos, is getting married next year. I don't actually know. Next year. But like he said, when it came to sort of actually
choosing a place,
he said he knew all the best places because he'd already seen them all. I
didn't think about that.
So
I mean, to be honest, Kentwell Hall, where I was, I think that's a big winner for me at the moment.
Top Mark's place.
Yeah,
it's the Harley and Josh show. Yeah.
I was wondering, are you when you're listening at home in your own free time, do you listen to albums? Do you listen to playlists?
That's a very good question. That should be a question posed to our listeners.
Yeah,
right?
that's because.
Are you an album person or are you a single person?
Let us know.
Are you a playlist
And if so, what's the best album start to finish?
Because, now we have things like on Spotify or Deezer where you have a flow or you just have a recommended thing that something will say. So it's, just like getting your own radio, which is, we've had that kind of thing for a while with iTunes.
This one's better.
Obviously, there are not other radio stations available.
Not at all. We don't have to say that.
The sign's gone. The sign's gone from the wall, so we are not tied down anymore. But so we can do that now where we just discover new music easily from a flow or something like this. But what do you guys prefer? Currently I've been Mr. CD in the car kind of guy. So that's been really great.
I'm always been a big fan of albums in the sense of, growing up listening to bands like Porcupine Tree who do a lot of start to finish albums, and they flow from one to another in a way that's really sort of great, and then you end up with a piece of music that's an album is one piece of music essentially. So I've always been a big fan of like listening to albums start to finish, and that's what I've been doing with the album Pray for Rain by Marty O'Reilly, who is a US guy but comes to Ipswich quite a lot, and I've never seen him. Actually, I saw the last 30 seconds of his set a couple of years ago, but every time he comes to Ipswich, I'm elsewhere, and it's really annoying. So I'm hoping that he comes this way soon, and I'll get a chance to see him. Because it does really good sort of folky
Americana
music.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
nice.
really sort of old. I was thinking about it, like it has a lot of old timey references. Now,
cool.
One of my favourite songs is, I can't remember what it's called. It's Captain's Daughter. There you go. And it's all about being on a sort of a ship out to sea, and
a frigate.
Yes, being a little bit taken by the captain's daughter.
Oh, I see.
Because, well,
do you see what I did there?
Yes.
Do you see what I'm doing now?
You're looking at me.
No.
Oh.
Bad puns. I see what you're talking about. It's always better when I have to explain it as well. This is my entire humour.
It's the Harley and Josh show on iRadio.
Yes, so that's all of your gigs then?
Yeah.
You enjoyed each and every one, obviously, because they're all fantastic musicians that you're playing with.
Yeah, no, it was a really good gig. Nice and went smoothly.
It's always good.
Everyone was dancing. That was always nice. I did have a little barbecue on Sunday because the weather was good.
I'm still hanging.
I had one drink. I was
lucky man.
I went round Ashley Howard, who's drum teacher for the Rock Project.
Lovely.
For his birthday, and he had a snare drum birthday cake.
Ha!
It was well cool.
That's sick.
He said it was a Black Panther snare drum. But it didn't sound the same when you hit it.
No, okay, this is a Gretsch.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No.
But it was a lovely cake.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Best tasting snare drum.
Smashed it with a stick, yeah.
Tasty snare drum.
Did everybody have to eat it with chopsticks?
Yeah.
Shaped like little drumsticks?
Yep, yeah.
Nice.
It was fine. So I guess, that was what I did.
That concludes our news section. What Harley did Harley do stuff? Yes, Harley did. Let's find out. Did he did? Well, that's that done. Where does that? Every week, my friend. Every week.
Yeah. I think well, now you've got Mr. Banjo here, we can come up with some new jingles for the. What did you do?
What did I do? I don't know. Well, that one can do some work. No, okay, so I had 2 private events this week, and it was really nice because we got to play 2 different places. We had Kentwell Hall in Long Melford on Saturday, and we had Ravening Barnes in Cambridge, I believe. I think that's what it was called. But they were both absolutely beautiful venues. And like you say, from doing this, we end up being able to see just the best venues for if we ever want to do that kind of thing, right?
Yep.
It's pretty crazy.
It's when I say we were chatting with Rob about his coming wedding, and we said, so you know exactly what you're going to do, because again, you've seen it so many times. It's like,
exactly.
Yeah, no. The lady's taking care of that. She knows exactly what she wants anyway.
Not Ravening Barn, it was Rectory Farm in Cambridge. And yeah, so that we got to play in a marquee for the first one, but it's just, it's all outside these huge stately homes. But this on Saturday, on Friday, I was graced with the presence of Mr. Ben Diffley on the drums. We had Rich on keys and Murray on bass, but then we also managed to have Mr. Harry Green on the sax. Woo! Which it's always a pleasure having him with us, because it's just it takes a lot of pressure off me to be the melody maker. Yeah. If I'm just feeling like just laying back and not doing anything, it doesn't feel like it's just a backing. Then we've got somebody that can carry a new melody kind of thing.
It's exactly what we were sort of talking about last week about, like, when you've got keys player. It makes the whole gig a lot easier because each musician has to do a lot less, apart from the keys player that has to do most of it.
Yeah, but, ow. Yeah, I think my fingers. But no, that was it. And but I got pretty much exactly the same band on Saturday. It was 4 of us that time instead of 5 of us.
Yeah.
So we had Rich playing keys and saxophone, and Ben back again. And it was but that place was incredible, Kentwell Hall. Like, if you get a chance to go there, just for like a day out or something like that, they've got these huge dove sanctuaries.
So they do like day sort of visitors events.
Yes, exactly. But there's like topiary gardens. There's you get to go and see the ice hut, which is like this. It looks like a hobbit hole. There's a hobbit hole there, little mound, just got a door in it.
I'll be right at home.
Oh, when you just into Harley hobbit hole.
Hey!
Process. But then it'll end up, you go down into this like bricked kind of creepy little thing with a pit in it where you can keep the ice because it's away from the sun. It's crazy. But there's moats there, and it was friggin' Hogwarts.
Nice.
It was Hogwarts. I'm telling you, it was just Hogwarts. But they had a lot of goats and things like that.
I love goats.
I know. I got to explain to Tivoli what a kid was. He didn't know. But
my sister has said to her boyfriend that when they get their own place, she says she wants either one thing or the other. She either wants like AstroTurf, fake grass,
right,
or a goat. So she never has to mow the grass.
Great, yeah, that'd be great.
But
you get an unruly goat that would only chew one bit, and you're like, no, not that bit, do all of it.
I like my bit.
Darn unruly goats, my bit. Very nice, very good. But that was it. No, but it was nice to have a rare little Sunday off. So, again, I got to have a bit of a barbecue. Do you guys listening in get to go to a barbecue or anything like this weekend? You let us know.
I love it.
Let us
when
know.
when you got days like with weather like this, on a Sunday afternoon, you're driving through like
in
houses.
Summertime.
You're driving through like all the houses and stuff, and you can just smell the barbecues coming off all the gardens.
Exactly.
Everyone just goes,
it's now.
It's summer, let's go quick!
Let's just get out there. But that was the thing, because that was the most country I'd ever felt. Like, because we got chickens living next door to my mum's house. So I was just sitting there on the grassy mound at the back of her garden. Nice. Sounds dodgy, I know. And my brother's barbecuing, and I'm playing the banjo. Oh, having a cook out with the family.
Pick another chicken up and.
I ain't sleeping with none of them, but.
With the, did you ever feel tempted just to grab a chicken and just chuck it on the barbie?
Oh, right, okay. I was going to wonder what you were going to say.
Wow. What is your mind thinking right now?
I think, it's just shut me up, you know what I mean?
That would be best. Well, we have got lots of music.
We've got some new stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I would like to talk about a band that blew my mind last week.
Go on.
Absolutely blew my mind. So some of you guys listening in may have been in town on Monday, which was after I'd been with you here.
Yes.
I went into town, and there were a couple of people busking.
Right.
You know where there's sort of the Now store opposite Debenhams on the corner on Cornhill. The corner of Cornhill. So, out the front of the square, right?
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean, yeah.
So there was a 4-piece band playing there.
Wow.
It was guitar, trombone, sax, drums, keys.
Nice.
Right? And they were just incredible. They were absolutely incredible. They were they were from Paris. Right, they'd been touring all over the UK.
Came all the way just to
busk in Ipswich, right?
They didn't go anywhere else.
Nowhere
they
else.
Come just to Ipswich because
absolutely nowhere else.
They want to be near us.
Why wouldn't they?
I mean, they heard they must have heard the radio show and went, "This is the musical centre of the universe."
This is the centre of the universe.
Yes.
No, that's the thing. We I got to see them, and I only caught like 2 songs. This was after I'd just bought my banjo, because I was just like, you know what? Banjo.
Yeah.
But then I was just wandering past and just heard them. My mind was blown because they weren't anything conventional. They had this funk elements about them, but they were playing like, again, that kind of Parisian gypsy jazz, kind of American standard style jazz stuff as well. But mixed up with this funky stuff, mixed up with this kind of hip hop style elements, and they would But also, I'd like to play you a song. Which, like it was. I get this very big Tom Waits kind of style from them as well.
Oh, I'm listening.
Hopefully, because it's radio, you can't really watch. Yeah. But I don't know. This is so that I'm gonna murder what they were called because I'm not very good at French at all. I studied German in school, but they're called Les Frères Weimar. So that
sounded good. That sounded like it was
convincing,
close.
Right?
Can you do it in a German accent?
No, that was more just angry French.
It's real shame that you can't watch radio because your face was just. It was a picture. Maybe whilst we're playing this, I'll film you trying to say it. And let's do that.
But yeah, Les Frères Weimar. I always say that they look like they came out of an Alice in Wonderland book.
Oh, they dressed the part too.
Yeah, but via Glastonbury. Oh, ding, 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 ding. But that time I wasn't talking about me, did it? But that was it. Like they were just sort of like raggedy hippie versions of the Mad Hatter. It was just. Wow, but the trombone player would be doing like turntablism style scratching, like how you would do on vinyl players, but with the trombone. So he'd be sort of going, I guess, like that. I don't know. I don't play trombone, so I'm expecting it. But then he would be changing it.
One more.
Sorry, that wasn't actually my mouth that time. They put on such a great show. But what was it was awesome about it because I saw them busking on the Monday. I said, I'm sorry, I've only just caught like 2 or 3 songs. Can I buy a CD? What are you doing any gigs around here? They said, yes, we are in Colchester, Dumaronade. That's my best one. Termeranade.
You seem to be better at your French than German.
I know, right? What's with that? But no, so they just had a last-minute gig. They just went up to the Queen Street Brew House and said, can we play here? And they said, yeah, please, just come and play. Because they just could see how great they were when they saw them busking. And they just did it. A Tuesday night in Colchester, packed, absolutely packed out for them. I mean, it helps that there's all the students are back from uni, and it is a university town as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely packed. Like they really, really did put on a good show. They were dressed mentally, but the guitarist, Joe Zwimmer, he had this Encore Stratocaster. So, like, I think he said I bought it for about £30,
Nice.
like just somewhere. But he'd stuck loads of stickers from just local bands. He bought it in Colchester, bought like local bands, local bars, and just put stickers. He had this is my Colchester guitar, and people would been scrawling it and everything.
Oh
like this.
wow! So then it's like that's a little bit of Colchester to take home.
But what was awesome about it was the fact that it sounded great. It was a crappy little £30 guitar, but it was being played so well that you don't notice that it's a crappy £30 guitar. It's just a guitarist, is using it as a medium.
I had when I was in college, I bought a Japanese Fender Strat. Mm-hmm. Wonderful guitar. It's about £400 or £500.
Right.
In the shop came a Squier Stratocaster.
In the shop came a Squier.
Into Western Music came
he brought a horse.
And
different Squier, sorry.
Yes, no, a Squier Stratocaster guitar.
What Squier?
Or some people who come into the shop, a square.
Squirrel.
A square, innit?
Could I have one of them guitar squirrels?
Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, 200 quid. I was like, I'm going to sell my Strat. I'm going to by this Squire.
Right, yeah,
and
nice.
that served me well. And then this other guitar came in.
Served me well, Squire.
And it was a Scruffy Pup brand.
Scruffy Pup.
Which was the Western Music brand of...
not a puffy scrub.
No, not a puffy scrub. Can we say that on the air?
Carrying on, dear. Carrying on. Sorry. I interrupted you again.
We'll edit in post. Oh, wait, it's live.
We'll do it live!
We'll do it live! So, and I bought this guitar for 50 quid, and it plays better than my Fender.
Oh, great.
And classic. I love it,
But you traded it down.
I've traded down, and I've traded up whatever direction is the correct one.
I don't know, from Squire to puffy scrub.
Yes, I now have a puffy scrub.
You should get that checked out, mate. Get it checked out.
Oh, nah, fine, it'll be fine, mate. It'll wash off.
But hopefully, these guys, the Les Frères Wigmar, I'm sorry, I'm super in love with them. Because, they're hopefully coming back in sort of November, December time. And I'm just going to keep petitioning the Swan to put a gig on.
I will sign it.
Right? I need them to play there.
I want to see them play.
Right? They have actually played there before, which I didn't know this. So hopefully let's just get them back there again, because that would be really, really cool to see them. But we've got some things to promote for this weekend, haven't we?
We have, yeah. I mean, tell me, what are you doing?
Well, I've got like 2 private parties as well. But
sorry, I said just before we get started.
What's that mean?
I think you need to pick up Banjo, and we need to do a what's happening this weekend jingle.
What's going on? That all right? I'm nervous now.
Yeah,
you had a look of disdain on your face, like that wasn't as good as the last one.
that was a look of
going off the rails. This wasn't as good as Banjo Part 1.
It always shocks me when you play a banjo. I don't know if in a good way.
Even when it's at night time and you didn't know I was in your house.
Yeah, that was really weird. Why did you do that?
Harley. So but all right, so this weekend we've got 2 private parties, Friday and Saturday, and on Sunday we're playing Maritime Festival, which is going to be awesome. We're outside the Waterfront Bistro between 3 and 5. We've got the actual Lockabillys playing for that one as well. So it's sometimes at the Waterfront we will do JS and the Pump and doing the Gypsy Jazz stuff. This time we're going to be doing all balls to the wall rockabilly while people are walking past. I mean, there's thousands of people come to the Maritime Festival, don't they?
Always good footfall on
thousands. I've not actually looked much about the theme, but I know that
Maritime
theme? The evening. Maritime. But then had World War One 2 years ago when we played it last time. Which is actually one of my first dates with my girlfriend. Oh, and I got chewing gum in her hair.
Wow.
I know, I ruined it, didn't I? She's still with me, somehow.
That's on her, that is.
I ended up having to chew the chewing gum out of her hair. Anyway.
Apparently Coke is good for...
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
For hair?
Yeah, for getting chewing gum out of hair.
Oh, wow. Okay. I wish I'd known that then, instead of just looking like a mug and just chewing on my girlfriend's hair. Anyway. But so Beer in the Evening have stuff going on at St. Peter's by the Waterfront. Yes. And there's also open mic night stuff going on as well around there.
Yep, during that...
Meg's doing that. Miss Meg Burrows.
Yeah, all music is organised and provided by Western Music. So we're going to be putting stuff on there.
Are you and James doing the stage?
Well, James just texted me, but saying, "Are you still good for doing this weekend?" And I was like, "Well, I'm going to be away because I'm gigging down in Devon this weekend."
What did he do? Did he cry?
I haven't told him yet.
That man. Oh, you've just announced it on the radio.
I've just announced it live on the radio. I'm going to run over to the shop after this. I don't think.
And he's going to be crying.
He is working.
He doesn't like us.
I think I might have told him before, and he's probably forgotten. And that's often how these things go.
Oh, you married people. You married people.
I know.
But anyway, I'd like to play some music from the people playing at Maritime Festival, if you don't mind.
Go on.
Because what we've got... well, all right, okay, let's get the old thing up. Because what is awesome about Maritime Festival is that it'll stage near Cult. You know what I mean? And I am going to have to find out what it was called. Because, I've seen some fantastic acoustic musicians playing there.
That's a really nice area of the docks because it's a nice big open area where they can put...
it's the Marie. I think it's just called the Marie. The boat music stage is called,
it's on the actual... It's actually floating and stuff.
It's awesome. But so on Saturday, we have Bex and Fred, Merlin...
Bex and Frida,
sorry, I didn't see that. There's some of the logos on this.
I don't know if anyone knows about Bex and Frida. It's her, Bex and her fella, who's not Frida. His name's Jim, but Frida is the name of her ukulele.
Oh, cool.
So
I like that. Okay, so we got Bex and Frida. Merlin, so I'm expecting Merlin Bruce. Who else we got? Somebody's trying to call me. Max Wildwood, Annie Horton, Zavi, Ipswich Guitar School, Peter Hepworth, Carousel, Connor Adams, and Fred's House. That's all Saturday, and that's going from, what time is it saying it's going from? Saturday 12 till 10. 12 midday till 10 p.m. Then on the Sunday, we've got Shadows in the Glade, Sun House, Gainfire, something, it's a logo. The Deben Collective, The Sax Walker, Sordes, Toby Watson, Caswell, and Artwork.
Wonderful.
So Merlin, I believe, is playing twice. So he's playing both those days.
Let's move forwards to what we have going on this weekend. I'm gonna make you do a banjo.
What you doing, man? This weekend.
So this weekend, I'm trying to just completely run it through. So this weekend, I'm not going to be doing anything local, unfortunately, this weekend, because I have got a gig down in Devon.
Devon, mate.
So that's going to be a long drive.
Yeah, what's that, like 6 hours?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Beautiful country, though.
It's a beautiful part of the area of bit of land. And then probably going to fly up to sort of
too many hills for us Suffolk people.
Oh, that's it. Oh, my ears are going to pop like mad. Do you ever do that when you anything out of Suffolk, when you start going up and down a hill on
God,
driving down the road, you're like
oh my God, ow my face. That's sweet. What's the gig?
So the gig is with a band called Point Break. Private
you're going
function.
to be robbing a bank with Keanu Reeves.
Yes, no, that's actually what's happening.
And Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, no,
you're going to be shooting wildly into the air.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what the gig entails.
Great.
And then we play Sex on Fire.
Okay. Shooting wildly in the air with Sex on Fire.
Yeah.
Oh, can you say that on the radio? No, I don't think you can.
Well, we did.
Well, I don't think there's any we in this, Harley. I think I am.
Yeah, I'm going to throw you under the bus. So,
yeah, that's fine.
We'll look forward to next week, the Harley and show, when you're banned from radio for life.
It's where you just go, and I don't know. Right, yeah, cool. So there's no public shows.
No public shows.
But what is Point Break sound like? What does?
It's a what we call a scratch band, function band. So doing a lot of the sort of classic party tunes. I think it's a 3-piece or a 4-piece. I can't remember.
Right.
I don't know who the band is.
So this is Depping, right?
Yeah. So you turn up and you meet the band on the night and you play the gig, which is great because you work with some very good musicians who are very well rehearsed. You don't rehearse, but you just turn up and play. And
it would definitely be a good gig.
Hey!
No, don't encourage me. Carrying on.
But like I've worked with some very good musicians who have done some really cool things, and just they're really solid, and it's just a great fun gig.
Yeah.
You're on your right on the sort of the edge of your seat the whole time, so it's always a little bit fun. But that really gives the whole show a real energy. You know, they've taken something that can be something of a disadvantage and made that the advantage of the show.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Exactly, that's what I was talking to my auntie about. My cousin, Tom Billington, is also an instrumentalist and musician. He is from a band called Billington and Quinn. He runs this thing called Electric Umbrella, which is helping people with disabilities with musical therapy. But she always gets amazed with musicians at how you can, so a lot of the time, somebody who does not study music will take them months for them to learn a song, like to get all the lyrics and blah, 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 blah. But, a lot of the time, especially with the Lockabillies, we're learning the songs on the night, Last weekend, so so weekend before last, I'd forgotten to learn the first dance song, right? Ooh. And they were like, can we do the first dance now? And I was like, oh man! And I knew the words for it. It was "Love Me Tender" by Elvis.
Oh, okay.
And I knew the words. I couldn't remember the guitar chords. So I just said to Rich, I was like, "Can you just go and prepare this?" And he just played it on the piano, and I sang it over the top. But he'd never played it before, and he was just working it out as he was going. He'd only ever heard it once, I think it was. But that's the thing, if it's seat of your pants playing that really does train you to be a good player, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, we with Mementos this week for the first dance for one of the nights was Tiny Dancer by Elton John.
Oh yeah, Tony Dancer.
Tony Dancer, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. No, no.
He's got a mustache.
My mind's not fast enough to make a joke.
Tony Dancer.
Yeah, no. I still don't believe they're the real words.
No.
Anyway, so when we rehearsed before the gig, that was the only song we rehearsed because we were like, we don't want to get that one wrong, and it's quite a involved
lengthy,
song, very long. And only sings the chorus once, I think, which is odd.
Madness.
But yeah, so that was the one thing we did, practice and made sure we got right. But I say that was mostly on our.
But again, it's depending on the music that you play, because a band like Les Frères Zouema, which I'm going to keep trying to say it and say it right, if they don't practice or they don't gig constantly, it must be so easy to forget songs.
Because they're so involved, there's so much to remember.
So operatic, there's those kind of things that you have to go somewhere.
That's it.
But are we running out of time?
We are actually running out of time.
Guys, we're running out of time.
Have you already said what you're doing this weekend?
Yeah, I got Maritime Festival, so I'm
your main
super
thing.
happy. So,
I did get asked by...
That concludes that section of what we're doing this week. What are we doing next week?
I've been asking people to send in with what shows they're doing this coming up weekend, and our good friend of the show, Claire Free, has given me a whole list of all her dates that she's going on.
Lovely singer.
Yeah, very good. And she will be doing a show on the 18th of August. That's a Friday, isn't it?
It is.
It is. At the Angel in
cool.
Woodbridge.
In Woodbridge, yeah.
Yep, so
nice.
Be good to see her. She's absolutely brilliant guitarist, great singer, and lovely person. So go have a chat with her. And
that'd be good to
see what else. I mean, she's doing loads of shows coming up. I know she's been out of the gigging game for quite a while. And
the first time I saw her was Blues Jam.
Yes, that's it.
And and I was really nice and surprised. I mean, it's not really a gender thing, but it was really nice to see a lady, guitarist and singer coming along who, just like Polly Haynes, the guitar thing wasn't just sort of a side thing. It was just as much of a focus as her voice was. And it's just, a lot of the time with any guitarist, singer, songwriter, it does fall by the wayside. So yeah, she's done well there.
Certainly, yeah. There's I think there's a whole conversation that we had about sort of gender within music. Maybe we'll touch on that next week.
Yeah.
So anybody
might be our last show.
Yes.
When you find out we're horribly sexist.
That's if you're even here next week after being
Korea.
banned. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking nuclear war, but
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh, that too.
Oh, it's just being here, actually physically existing. That's a very good point.
Yeah, I'd rather not be Ash. Are we gonna? Is this the last time we'll speak to them this week?
I think this will be our goodbye.
We love you. Thank you for listening to IO Radio. You can catch us on the podcast.
Yes.
Harley, do you have the details?
Yes. Let's go wrong. SoundCloud.com/The Harley and Josh Show. Or is it Harley and Josh Show?
It'll be one of those. But yeah, so just give it a search. Check us out. If you're listening to the podcast right now, thank you.
Yeah, certainly. It's worth mentioning if you're listening to the podcast and you want to hear it with all the music that we have played today, well, either listen to it live Mondays 2 till 3, like you are now. If you're not listening to it now, if you
or
are listening,
Mondays, a Mixcloud as well.
Yes,
it goes on Mixcloud. Is it every Thursday? Is it?
We're going to be trying to upload it every Thursday. Although sometimes we get it up early, sometimes we get it late. So just
keep your eyes peeled, guys. But thanks for listening.
Yes.
Bye.